What's up, guys? For today's video, I thought I'd work a little bit of Florida coral. This is a little spall that I got from Pearl Yoder a long time ago, and it's a really pretty piece. So I thought I'd work it for you and see what we can do. It's not a very long piece of coral, but I think it'll be fine. Now, there's a noticeable dip here that eventually we're gonna have to get out. Also, there's a massive hump that we gotta get around. So we wanna start by just kind of chipping around our edges. Maybe seeing what's here that we can use. Might be able to use this platform here, but not for the big one, not for the big hump, just for the tip. Well, maybe if we work our way to it, but I'm still kind of doubtful. Yeah, it started there, but didn't quite run. Didn't think that it would, in all fairness. Now, the best hump to run is gonna be so to keep length, we probably wanna go from here to here. Now, we could do one like that and take it from here, but that won't run over the ridge. So I'm thinking about just doing a bowl and bevel and striking down on this face. Creating a really low area so that we can then attack this big old hump. So pretty good platform. Switch to a big bumper here. Able to run all the way over to here. Now, these secondary platforms we can also attack. So you have the primary strike here, and then you have two additional ones, ridges here and here. And now that we've beefed them up, take a bumper, go probably backwards first, then forwards. All right, so we've got a couple things here. I think that was the initial ridge, but either way, got one backwards, and we got one going forwards. So you have the initial ridge that we ran, and then one here and one here, and you can see that removed quite a bit of material there to flatten out our piece. Lay those aside for now. Take our braider. Now, that looks like a good platform. The problem is it kind of dips. It doesn't roll over like this finger, but there's a little dip in it right there. And so I will need to chip the dip out. I told myself I'd start writing those little things down. Chip the dip. I don't have any writing utensils. Y'all have to put it in the comments. Chip to dip. That's really good. I've said so many in times past and just forgot them. So those little phrases I need to remember. Chip to dip. And that's good because of, like, you know, going to a Mexican restaurant, chip to dip, you know. Now, that one I was hoping to roll over, and we're able to roll over a little bit. This one is still good. Assuming we catch it low enough in the column. And we were able to do just that. You see where we sliced it on the other side? See where we struck it there? Able to peel it right off. Pretty neat looking stuff. All right. Again, got a chip to dip it there. We got some high areas over here I think we can strike. So maybe we'll go ahead and do that. I know this one is really tempting. Maybe we'll strike it again, but again, there's a little dip. A little dip right in through there. Now that we abrade that, I mean, we still had the platform, but now it's kind of above center line. So we might as well just go ahead and chip this other side while we can. So there's one. Strike. Got another large one there. That just came from there. So now we can kind of chip a little bit over till we get to our next platform, which don't quite like it yet. Now I like it. Sometimes you got to set it up how you need it. Yeah, it's just a tad better. Plenty low. Able to strike it. And looks like it overshot, but not too far. Yeah, that was the perfect amount right there. Sweet. All right. We can probably use this one. Yeah. I struck a little high just in case. I was really hoping to catch this one. I think we'll be able to. Marshall, go back. There we go. And whenever you get those little small cortex in coral pieces, you have to work for them, but oftentimes they're the prettiest because usually the best stuff is around the cortex. And that goes for coastal and coral. It may be true for others, but or other materials, but definitely true for this deep south stuff. Not necessarily true for Tallahassee though. It's kind of true for Jasper. Georgia Jasper, that is. Not really seeing any big strikes at the moment. What I may do, I might have to go from the base eventually anyways. So I may go ahead and set something up here. Because you got to have some width at the back at least. There we go. It's a good flake. Kind of thin things out and to assess what we need to do next. There we go. Similar doings. There we go. Similar doings. Now you look and it's like, oh, there's a big hinge. Well, that hinge can be gotten out in 40 different ways. Not worried about it at all. Before we go through there, we gotta come back over on this side, thin it out a little bit. thin it out a little bit. Probably gonna do a couple strikes on this one. Either that or just isolate it. Yeah, I'm gonna do a couple strikes. Yep. There we go. See, that flake that I just took beside it isolated that whole ridge for me. And they say, Jake, why are you still using that big old bopper? Well, still working, ain't it? Still working. Anyway, just gonna do a short little video today. Again, nothing crazy. Still working on the boat, so I need to get back to that. And just wanted to let y'all know I'm still alive. And still kicking, but still working too. And I want to try to get that boat finished up. It's very close, very close. Should be done hopefully sometime in the near future. There we go, that was a good one. But just wanted to work a little coral for you today. You can see it's translucent and the light's really far over there. It's pretty cool. Small little ridge there we can easily get from the base or from the side. Really got to thin down this anyway, so we'll catch it. But thanks for watching. And me and Marshall will catch you on the next video. Peace.